not really hollow. There are cities underneath the earth, and they've been down there. The people went down there at the fall of Atlantis. There's a whole city. It's got a sun, it's got water, it's got lakes, it's got animals. It's beautiful, and they're more highly advanced than we are. But that is inside of the earth.
And they live thousands of years old, I understand.
Oh, it's been down there since Atlantis. The survivors of Atlantis, some of them went into the hollow earth. The entrances are found underneath the pyramids of the world. They had the entrances to the hollow earth, and the pyramids were built on top of the entrances. This means the one in Egypt, the one in South America, anywhere there's a pyramid, there will be an entrance going down into the hollow earth.
We tried to figure out how much charge the body takes in when you touch the earth. What happens is the body saturates with electrons practically instantaneously. It's so fast that you can't measure it. So electrons from the earth enter the body right away, and they coat the red blood cells so that the cells repel each other. And then they can't clump, and the blood viscosity goes down. It's easier for the heart to pump the blood pressure goes down, all kinds of cardiovascular issues, they go away.
The pineal eye sets the pace, it sets the cadence, it sets the beat for anything in our body that depends on timing. So that's why African people are good at rapping, because that eye tells us doom doo 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 doo. It's that pineal eye that tells us how many beats per measure. So when we talk about rhythm, we're talking about patterns, something that repeats over and over again. We're talking about beats, and beats per measure, all right? Number of beats per measure for the music. Okay, we're talking about cadence. And we're talking about frequency. How often? Yes, frequency, vibration, going up and down. So these things are under the auspices of the eye, the clock, the compass. And it does it automatically. That cycle that tells us when do we go to sleep, when do we wake up, that cycle is under the control of the third eye. And they call it, technically, they call it the circadian rhythms. Circa, meaning about, that's that circle. We'll finish with this one. All right, circadian rhythm. All right, that means 24-hour. Anything that the body does in rhythm or in 24 hours is under the auspices of the third eye. All right? So a brother back there mentioned frequency. So here we've got the graph. Here's another graph. Up and down, up and down. Every 24 hours we go to sleep. We wake up. We know what time to eat. We know what time to go to sleep. That's because that's the third eye is telling our body, hey, it's time to wake up. Even when we don't have that alarm clock, and I believe I was discussing this with a sister this morning. I stayed with a sister last night in wherever, way out in the suburbs of New York, okay? And there was no alarm clock, but I woke up at 6:30. And that's because I'm used to waking up between 5 and 6:30, especially between 6 and 6:30. So it's that natural clock that tells you, even though you don't have that alarm clock, time to get up. Because you're used to getting up at 6:30. You're used to getting up at 5 o'clock.
They gonna tell us that we can't live in Antarctica, yet Antarctica is the size of 2 United States, bro. That Antarctica that y'all see on the globe is not real, bro. I put this on my soul. That's not how Antarctica look, bro. It's not. That bottom, bro, it's not how it look. And the earth is getting hotter and hotter. The sun is getting closer and closer. Antarctica, I know, is melting. The Antarctica is the size of 2 United States, bro. We can't live there? Who there? Who over there? Is it really snowy all over there? What happens at the end of the road over there in Antarctica? What if you keep going? Like I said, if you leave Los Angeles and you go to China, you land in China, why not keep straight? You'll end right back up in Los Angeles. If the earth is a globe, you just keep it straight. Why y'all always go back, forth, that take longer? So if you was to do that shit in Antarctica, if you was to keep straight in Antarctica, what would it lead to? I mean, they won't let us. Like, y'all won't let us go somewhere it ain't no life at? My nigga, that's land. It's almost 2020. It ain't too cold nowhere. We got technology, nigga. We could be warm anywhere. Y'all motherfuckers in space with regular clothes on. My nigga with a fake helmet. It's colder in space than it is in Antarctica, ain't it?
You really thought your spiritual awakening was the last stage. Most people never make it past the awakening. They reach that moment where their eyes begin to open, and they assume that's it. But awakening was never meant to be the destination. It shows you that there is more to life than what you were taught. But there's another stage that almost nobody talks about. This stage has been called Sophia, and Sophia is deeply linked to wisdom. And what most people don't realize is some of you may have already entered this stage without even noticing it. One of the first signs you've entered the Sophia stage is something starts dying inside you. And no, it's not your spirit. It's the part of you that needed to be seen growing. You stop comparing your path to other people's path. You stop caring who's more awakened, who meditates longer, who knows more symbols, who talks deeper, who sounds wiser. And something strange happens. Spiritual labels begin to feel smaller than they used to. You don't necessarily reject them. You just stop needing them. Because when wisdom begins to take over, growth no longer feels like something you need to announce. Real growth becomes almost invisible. And the deepest part? You no longer feel the urge to defend what you've learned, because what's real inside you no longer needs permission from the outside world. One of the strangest signs that you've entered the Sophia stage is that your own depth stops entertaining you. And that might sound almost wrong at first, because in the earlier stages of the path, every realization feels massive. You connect two ideas that you never connected before, you see through a pattern that most people miss, you uncover something inside yourself. And for a moment, it feels like you've touched something extraordinary. It feels like an event. It feels like something worth holding on to, analyzing, maybe even talking about for days. But then something changes. At the Sophia stage, insight stops feeling dramatic. You'll have a realization that would have completely shaken your world 2 years ago, and now it just lands naturally. You understand it, you absorb it, and then you keep moving. No need to write a paragraph about it, no need to post about it, no need to sit there thinking about how deep it was. Because wisdom no longer feels like a performance. And this is where a lot of people get confused. They think they've lost the magic. They think the fire is gone. They think maybe they've become disconnected, numb, or less spiritual than they used to be. But that's not what's happening. What's happening is your spirit is no longer addicted to being amazed by itself. And that's a very different thing. There was a time when your growth needed to feel intense in order to feel real. You needed the chills, the breakthroughs, the emotional release, the feeling that something huge was happening inside you. But Sophia changes that. Now the insight comes, it lands, and life moves on. Not because it means less, because it means more. At first, wisdom feels powerful. Later, wisdom feels normal. And when your deepest realizations stop feeling like trophies and start feeling like truth, that's when you're no longer collecting spiritual experiences, you're becoming the experience.
Right. Now let's think about things on a global scale. Any of you know the gunpowder formula? Can you make penicillin? Do you know how to take crude oil and turn it into gasoline? Is there anything at all you could give these poor dumb schmoes from the past, huh? Come on, think. Use your brain and start any parasites. For example, to generate electricity, all you need is an orange or a potato. It would be enough to stick a small golden cross along with a silver spoon into it for these two contacts to produce 2 volts. Did you know that?
I keep telling y'all, stop going to these beaches at night thinking that mermaids ain't real. If you don't think mermaids are real, jump down a rabbit hole. Go into the Book of Enoch and see what it says about mermaids. So it's a video going viral where this woman is saying that her and her husband was on a beach. This woman walked up to them, asked them if they wanted her to take a picture of them. They declined. Then out of nowhere, she disappears and winds up in the water. And while she's in the water, they start recording her. But that's not even the crazy part. They said that when she walked away, she had fish in each of her hands. But it gets much crazier than that, because they kept recording and she kept walking. And then all of a sudden, they didn't see her anymore. Oh, you don't believe me, right? Here go the video. Now, this is for entertainment purposes only. Educational purposes
She
only.
comes up to us, asks us if she wants us to take a
Listen.
picture of us, and then and she disappears in the ocean with 2 dead things hanging from each side of her. I have to stay and watch out. Can you see how?
What is that walking in the water?
But I should have went to ring after her.
Look, it ain't shallow.
And it ain't
Deep. Look,
Maybe she was just going for a swim, right?
she's far out there.
Maybe she just went out there and started swimming. Now, I'm not saying that that was what people were saying it was in the comments. But all I'm saying is that video was almost 6 minutes long. I need you to keep that in mind. That lady walked all the way out, apparently went underwater. The lady kept filming. What happened to that lady? Now, she could have swam away. She could be a regular person, but I want to know what you think happened to that lady. I'm out.
Everything that has happened since in our modern history, from World War I till today, has happened because one of the 3 Tartarian kings was killed. Were they all related? Well, are you ready for this? It's going to get even crazier. I also wanted to show this. There is a lot of this information online. This is another one of the original Tartarians, one of the original Moorish Tartarians when they were combined, Morocco, Algeria, Egypt, which wasn't in Africa, but I'm not doing that today. Okay, wait a minute. Hang on. Really? This is the only one that I have seen myself. This is a king of America, probably the first king to ever invade Europe. Yeah.
Do you remember when Morpheus said this?
What is the Matrix? Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world, built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this.
Ironically, the body is actually a natural battery. The top of the battery is a positive and the bottom of the battery is a negative. And if you know the chakra system, the top half of the body is the positive charge. That'll go from the heart underneath the armpits going up to the top of the head. And the negative charge will be from the pelvis going all the way down. So when they say stop thinking negatively, that would be down by the private parts. The middle of the battery is called the electrolyte. And where do you take in your electrolytes? The bottom of the battery is called a cathode. And if you ever had a catheter, you don't want one. And the top of the battery is called an anode. Anodes in the body are located underneath the side of the neck, under the jaw, or behind the ears. That's why it's important to ground yourself outside, because the sun gives you a positive charge from up top, and then the feet give you a negative charge from the ground, going to the central part of your body, which gives you your powers.
Our dream reality, what we call dream reality, is other dimensional reality. Some of it's processing of stuff we picked up here that we didn't assimilate. But other parts of it are legitimate experiences in travel through other dimensions, higher dimensions. comes back in pieces that we can't make sense of yet. So we don't have the full genetic code that allows it to flow through and process. It's like having a computer that can't handle the programs coming into it. It needs a bigger program, so we got to reprogram the DNA. But a lot of people have been doing this for a number of years now. In the New Age movement and everything, they've been using meditations and sound and visualization and all those things. They're not a bunch of nutty people that are just making weird sounds and doing weird things with their minds. They might not have the scientific basis for what they're doing, but what they're doing when they start running sound frequencies through their body or toning, they're directly affecting how their Partakai grid is vibrating. You can raise its vibration or you can lower it. You could make your chelons build up or you could make them tear down, depending on what sounds you put in, depending on what electromagnetic currents you're exposed to, and depending on how you use your mind and your thoughts, because your thoughts are Partakai, which means they are energy. And that energy will affect the body and everything around you.
So, anything you say with the words I am, your subconscious will then take that as a command.
4th grade, I went in my closet, I said, I am going to the NBA. Anything you invoke with I am, the power of manifestation and what can happen in the universe comes true.
Every time you use the word I am, and you say I am weak, I am poor, that's blasphemy, because the highest place within you is called I am.
Whatever we say is what our life will be.
If you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen.
So this is why the people that live the most effective lives are always acting as if they're in the future and the future's perfect. Not waiting to get there.
When you mentally rehearse doing something, the brain does not know the difference between the outside world event and what you're imagining in your mind. To the brain, it's exactly the same.
The great discovery in all of human history is that you become what you think about most of the time. Top people think about their goals all the time. They create wonderful lives for themselves. Average people think about television and sports and socializing, and surprise, surprise, that's what they're doing 10 or 20 years later. You also become what you say to yourself. So you can have an enormous impact on your emotions of confidence and courage and confidence by speaking to yourself in a positive way. And the magic words discovered in psychology are the words, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. So whenever you think of something that you'd like to do and you're fearful, say, hey, wait a minute. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. And as you say, I can do it, your courage and confidence goes up and your fears go down in inverse proportion. And then at a certain point, you will overflow and you just take action. And then all of your fear disappears.
Remember that how you think becomes how you feel. How you feel is an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration, and a vibration becomes a magnet. A magnet either attracts things to you or repels things away from you. Only think about what you want. Forget about what you don't want. Don't even think about it. Don't even speak about it. Don't even utter its existence. If there's no enemy inside your mind, then there's no enemy out there that can ever take you or your dream down ever. As long as you love what you do and you do it to the best physical possible ability that you can, if you can do that, I promise you, you will not fail.
Start to see yourself mentally. You've been given the faculties to do that. Use your imagination. See yourself already in possession of the good you desire. That will flip your mind onto a specific frequency, and you do think on frequencies. It's on that frequency that good you desire is going to start coming toward you, and you will start moving toward it. If you want to attract what you actually want, you've got to see yourself now already with it. And know it's only a period of time until you moving toward it and it moving toward you, and you become one with it.
It is the law of attraction. It is real. It is nothing fake about it. The Bible says a man is as he thinketh. If you live your life in expectations, that's what happens to you. If you live your life in despair, that's what happens to you. The moment you change the frequency that your tower emits, the moment you change that frequency, different things come back to you.
You can't look at the way things are and have them change. If you keep looking at the way things are, never going to change. You've got to look at where you want to be. You have to be where you want to be. Anybody that's been successful, that's all they've ever done. They've had a dream, they've had a goal, and that is what has pulsated inside of them. Every day, to I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. They became it actually before it happened. Mm-hmm. Well, that is the formula, because it's the only formula for creation. It's the only one.
most people don't change. They live the same 6 months of their lives 100 times in a row, and then they die. They go to the same places, they make the same jokes, they tell the same stories, they work the same job, and then they die. And it's all because they were never willing to be uncomfortable, because they were never willing to change. And a lot of people get really uncomfortable when I talk about this, but most people are average. The average person stays stuck in the same patterns. And so if you want to have a different outcome, you have to walk a different path.
And to become the kind of person you want to be, you've got to work at it. Then you have to get serious about another important subject. And that important subject is called personal development. Personal development is striving hard to become the kind of person that you want to be. 10 years from now, you will surely become someone. The big question is, who? What are you becoming? And if you go to work on it now, sure enough, in a very short period of time, you can take on a new direction to become the kind of person you want to be.
It's up to you this year. It's up to you. The ball's in your court.
No one can save you but you. You have to put the mind into what you want to put the mind into. If you believe in something, you can achieve it.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you're here for a purpose, to enrich the world. Your destiny is in your mouth, in your mind. Once you receive that level of confidence, practice.
Word to my mother, I'll give you $5 if you stand straight. Oh, that nigga hustling! Oh!
Wake up early, bitch, I gotta get some move. In my pockets, I got cheese, I got dough.